Okay, let's see if this works now. There's a bit of an echo on my end, but we'll see. Okay, it's a little light, so I'm going to raise the volume on it, but I think we should be good to go. Okay. Hi everyone out there on the interwebs. This is Side Pocket. That's what people refer to me as. I'm one of the two co-founders of DEFCON 201. DEFCON 201 is a computer hacker group that is based out of Jersey City, New Jersey. And say that 5 times fast. Jersey City, New Jersey, Jersey City, New Jersey, Jersey City, New Jersey, Jersey City, New Jersey, Jersey City, New Jersey. I almost did it. But if you want to find out more about us, including our upcoming meetup this Friday, you can go to our website at defcon201.org. So you're probably wondering now, it's almost going to be 1. And especially in this COVID world, 1 p.m. might as well be 5 a.m. in the morning. As you can see, I'm normally not up. I'm still all scruffed and my eyes are zoned out and everything. So you're probably wondering, why are we streaming now? This is not our usual broadcast, and you're right. We're doing a special because our upcoming meeting is going to be Mac themed. Not Mac themed. Well, partly it's Mac themed. It's going to be Apple themed. Not the food apple, although we might eat apples on the air. It's going to be based off of Apple products, and it's going to happen on September 18th, this Friday, from 4 p.m. to 7:40 p.m.-ish, for people who want to meet up at our venue called Subculture, which is located on 260 Newark Avenue in Jersey City, New Jersey. But we're going to probably stream on after that till like 9 p.m. And hydration's gone. You can tell it's early because I'm drinking OJ. That's why the glove doesn't fit. Although as a backup, I do have my normal water, which means I'm going to be peeing everywhere after this stream. Literally on the stream. Not on the stream, but okay, I'm going down a bad rabbit hole. Anyhow, so if you have been living under a rock, like our co-founder has, or if you haven't been hit by Apple's advertisement because your ad blockers have been doing a really competent job, Apple, run by Tim Apple, as Donald Trump would say, the annoying orange, is going to be hosting an event showing off new products, and famous walled garden products from Apple. And we thought it would be fun because there hasn't been enough of these type of streams this year, to be honest. I mean, we don't count doing Hackers on Planet Earth and DEFCON Safe Mode as this, even though that was a lot of hard work and intensiveness, particularly on my part. But we were hoping for more like crazy announcements. We might at the last minute do the Sony presser thing tomorrow. We'll see. But we are definitely going to be checking out Apple's show here at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I also want to mention out there that to hi everyone in chat, hi all the lurkers out there. We're kind of on cam gonna be lurking the Apple live stream, but if you have like any questions about DEFCON 201, who am I? Why do I have the crazy hair? What does it's on this side now? What did these colors mean? It's a secret code. No, I'm kidding. Why am I wearing a dev shirt? What's this upcoming DEFCON 201 meeting going to be about, which we will get into on Friday. Or if you can't hear me or you can't hear the stream, let me know. So in about 20 minutes, we are going to check out the stream. Wow, my nose is really red on the camera. We're going to be checking, because it's a lot colder, particularly in Jersey City. Like, yesterday it was like 80 degrees, and then just wind came in and everything plummeted to like the low 60s, mid 50s, and right now it's like the mid 60s, and it might as well be snowing right now because it's that level of cold. Of course, it's going to ramp up apparently the next 2 days, so lucky us. But we're going to be watching the stream, and I'm gonna try to commentate throughout the stream because I have my own opinions of what I think the stream is. But before we get into those opinions, we're going to check out 10 minutes worth of content. So, for those of you who haven't been on the show, this is one of the most exciting part, where we get to do one of my least favorite things, actually I should say, which is shrinkage. So, here we go. Alright, that should be that should fit in there, as I often say, the ladies, and then we're gonna, and some guys, and we're gonna like move me up there, and then turn on the browser, and there we go. So, as we said, we are DEFCON 201. This is our lovely website, which will hopefully be updating later today to have all the accurate information for upcoming meeting. If you go and click on, we have different tabs over here. If you click on the news section, I already have the tab open for that, you will come to our browser, our blog on Medium, and right at the top is our upcoming meeting on September, this September, called Egg Freckles. It'll be on September 18th, which is this Friday, from 4 p.m. The in-person stuff's going to end at 7:40, but we're probably going to be streaming till like 9 p.m.-ish. If you want to show up, and it's limited seating, it's only going to be 20 people max. You can go to Subculture, which is our meeting venue at 260 Newark Avenue in Jersey, New Jersey. We also have a meetup page, and also later on today, because we actually already update this, we're going to have a way to follow on Facebook and write ads and Hackaday, and of course follow our code of conduct. And we've been wanting to do something, and it was just coincidence that Apple was going to announce stuff this month, because we've been wanting to do a Apple product themed hacker meeting for a while, and we were just like, hey, nothing's going on in September, let's ask some like cool Mac people that we know, and they said yes. So that's what happened. You can catch the live stream just like you are right now on Twitch, DLive, and YouTube. We're going to try to see if we can run it on Facebook, but that's something we're experimenting on. Also note, if you're on any of those platforms, you can hit that bell, click like, share, subscribe, and follow us on Twitch, DLive, or YouTube. On DLive, particularly for Crypto Barons, we love giving out lemons, and this upcoming Crypto Barons, we're going to be giving out a crap ton of lemons. On Twitch, we will always raid other people's channels at the end. We look them up at the end and then see. And then regardless on if you're on Twitch, DLive, or YouTube, if you follow us or send us lemons or subscribe to us or whatever, we do get pop-up alerts on our stream for them, and we love to cheer people on when they do that. We're very grateful for things like that. I just want to take a, let's see how I'm doing with time. I'm doing okay. So I want to take a quick look at our schedule here. We always have a pre-show when we do the live stream. And by the way, if you can't make it out physically, all of this stuff is live streamed on the live stream type platform that you're watching now. If you're on a different platform, that's Twitch, DLive, YouTube, and maybe Facebook. So from like 4 to 4:50, we air a pre-show, and that's going to be, a lot of people don't realize that Steve Wozniak, aka the other Steve, aka the guy who actually did most of the stuff at Apple, for real, keynoted at the 5th Hackers on Planet Earth, so we're going to re-air most of that. And then Mr. McMackright, who I absolutely love his channel, you should go check it out, is going to be covering a brief thing about Mac gaming, sort of the history of it and what Apple's doing now, where it's going. Maybe we'll see some in the stream today, who knows. And then we have 2 awesome security talks. One is from Thomas Reed about the rise of Mac malware, where he's going to talk about the past, present, and future of malware on Mac and how it's been rising and the new trends. And then Wojciech, which I hope I pronounced his name right, Wojciech, is going to be doing an amazing deep dive on abusing XCP and Mac OS for applications, and how to, and particularly injecting code in Mac OS Catalina, and how you can patch that so you're not exposed to that. Then the awesome DEFCON 201 member, I should say at this point, N Commander, who normally does Hack Alt N Commander on Wednesdays, where he picks apart all the retro machines often, other hacker stuff, is going to cover Macintosh JS, which some crazy person figured out how to put Mac OS 8.1 inside of Electron, so it's like Java, like JavaScript or whatever, plus Mac. It's just and he's going to pick that apart. And then I'm going to do a quick talk about how you can sideload iOS applications by using the FetLife app. And then our member and my longtime friend Neo, spelled Xio, is going to be doing a talk called Old Man Yells at iCloud, where he's going to be doing a rant that's going to be really long, and we're going to peanut gallery it. And if you hear sirens go by, that lets you know we're doing this live in Jersey City. We're also going to make a shout out that on the itch.io, itch.io, they're doing the Open Jam all weekend, which is sort of a video game jam where you're encouraged to use open source tools to make open source video games. And we might be doing a special stream after the meeting, like on Sunday or something, to cover the stuff in Open Jam. But we were shouting that out at our meeting because we always try to give people to do. And of course, if you really want to help fight the coronavirus so that way we can fully meet up back in person. I mean, New Jersey's been doing great. Most people have been wearing masks and social distancing, so we've already had gyms open, indoor dining's already open, all sorts of stuff. But we want to go completely back to normal. So our co-founder, G.I. Jack, who normally hosts a show called Archvile Linux Perspective, which will happen next week on Thursday at 7 p.m., is set up a folding at home group, and we are team 241960. So if you install the client on Windows, Mac, or Linux, and actually I haven't checked in a while, so we're still in the 500s. We're 500s outside of over 200,000 groups. So that's honestly a lot. Jeff Moss is up there at the top. I need to run this machine on that. Agent P, the root folds people invaded our thing. G.I. Jack is still ranked up there. Neo is there's Neo. He's running stuff. So if you want to help fight coronavirus, you can install Folding at Home on Mac, Windows, or Linux. And there's also a free BSD patch variant. And you can follow us at it's Team DC201, and our team number is 241960. So that is that sort of thing. That's our meeting. That's going to be on September 18th from 4 p.m. all the way up to like 9 p.m.-ish. And you can meet up in person at Subculture at 260 Newark Avenue. But if you, all this stuff will be online. So if you're in India or you're stuck somewhere else in New Jersey or in Montana, you can catch all of our talks and stuff. It's going to be a fun meeting. Now, here's my opinion about what I think is going to happen with this bastard here. So, as I said, they decided to announce an Apple event. Now, from what I heard, they're supposedly not going to have the new iPhone or, like, Mac updates. Although, I'm actually hoping there's, like, an update on Metal, because to me, that's the only interesting thing that's really come out of Apple, besides Apple Arcade. Hey, Nope. Windows is the peak of security. It's the peak of annoying updates. It's first place with current Ubuntu traveling slightly behind. I think if Ubuntu forced you to do updates, it would now match Windows 10 in terms of updates. I don't know what's been going on with it. And hi there from Cali. I hope you have air to breathe, because right now your state looks like Blade Runner. And good luck with that for reals, especially since the federal government unfortunately is not going to help with that. But there's going to be a bunch of stuff that we're going to quickly go over, and then I have a short video for you all to watch. So stuff that has been rumored is the Apple Watch. There's apparently going to be a new version. It's probably going to do more like tracking crap, so that, you know, yay, more metrics for Apple to spy on you. That's fun. It's going to be interesting to see that. I also have an odd feeling this thing's going to be either really boring or really funny. I'm really hoping it's like really funny and cringy and with stupid stuff and things that would piss us off as hackers, because that would just be highly amusing. It looks cool, but I have to wear a gas mask. So you've been updated from an N95 mask to a gas mask. We actually have a gas mask here for non-fetish purposes. So yeah, that's the whole thing. But yeah, it's supposed to be Apple Watch. The other thing, and apparently there's been leaked pictures, this is a render, is they're making these things called AirTags, which essentially, from what I understand, is going to extend the Bluetooth functionality of all their devices, and of course it's proprietary because it's freaking Apple. The other thing is apparently they're reviving AirPower, which is their conductive charging stuff, and there's kind of like a blurred, I took this picture with an Amish potato picture of what apparently that's going to look like. So if this is what it's going to look like, yay for next gen bar soap. I remember when the Mac OS X, the ones that came in afterwards came in after the colored ones with the handle on, so you could use it as a boat anchor, because that's how much they weighed. And they had that wireless mouse. And my running joke, thanks to Homestar Runner, is every time I was in the computer lab, I'd tell people to quit like using that bar of soap on their desk or pass that bar of soap, because that's what the wireless mouse looks like for Apple. It looks like a freaking bar of soap. And finally, a cool thing I kind of want to show off is, you've probably heard that Apple's been playing really dirty with a lot of app makers lately. I mean, a lot of these are major corporations, so I kind of laugh at them. But in terms of consumer choice and stuff, like especially with the walled garden that is Apple, this is really bad. and one of the big ones is streaming services. So they had issues with, I mean, everyone probably knows about the Epic Games thing going on, but they've been having issues with, particularly with streaming services, xCloud, which apparently launches today, and Google Stadia, the best fail from Google. Well, a devoted Stadia fan apparently figured out how to now, apparently the apps work now, but there's a lot of like whole loops you have to jump through, and it's like really obtruse because it's Apple. He figured out how to get it running in, I'm trying to remember this, I think it's called Lunescape browser. So you load Lunescape browser, and basically you change your user agent to this to a correct setting, and it will actually stream the PC version through the iOS. Yeah, they basically kill Fortnite. The scary thing is that they might kill Unreal Engine, which would be a huge blow, because not only just for Apple rendering products, but also because like they need to update sync at the same time. So if iOS is down, that means all the other Unreal Engine stuff's going to lag behind. And the problem is that the U.S. government, I don't like Epic Games. It's a giant megacorp that's partly owned by Tencent, but I do like consumer choice, aka user choice. And one of the big problems is that the United States government literally doesn't know the difference between an iPhone and an eggplant, which is why they've been granting Apple. Basically, if any big company goes and is like, hey, we can rate babies, they're like, I allow it, like, because they don't know. They just, the ship-shifting thing known as Zuckerberg just said he needs, like, all the nuclear weapons. We'll give him all the nuclear weapons, and, because he runs our NSA spying program. And, like, that's how these companies work. I just want to show you a quick video of this running, and then we're going to quickly watch another video until the live stream starts. So this is a video of loading up, I believe. Again, this is the Starscape browser, and you go to your own page, and basically it thinks you're running it in the PC now. So this is kind of a cool hack workaround. You load this browser that's legally able to obtain right on the App Store, and then you change the user agent to a specific type of Chrome, and then the whole thing just runs perfectly fine. You can play Destiny 2 and Super Bomberman R and other like 8 games that are available for Google Stadia that came out 8 million years ago. So the video I'm going to play next, I'm going to try to play most of it, and then we're going to watch the stream, is an awesome video about a woman who repairs iPhones and other Apple products and all the shit that Apple gets her into. So enjoy this video, and then we're going to watch the stream.
St. John's, Newfoundland is the home of Josephine and Dave Billard. They are avid world travelers. Last year, the couple was able to take the trip of a lifetime, spending 5 months on a voyage from Greece through Europe and finishing in Norway, occasionally posting a few photos to Facebook.
Norway, look at that, the fjords. Santorini.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Incredible.
That's incredible.
But the Billards never got around to backing up the rest of the thousands of images they took with their iPhone. When they got back to Newfoundland last summer and went for a canoe ride on this pond near their property, disaster struck.
When we pushed off and you were in the bow and my foot was off center, I didn't hit dead center. Slightly off center, we sent it that way, and then we both corrected it the wrong way, and over we went.
So we flipped the canoe. The phone went in the pond and went right to the bottom.
I would say we were in 4 or 5 feet of water, but it's amazing how your mind flicks automatically to, oh my gosh, my data, my phone.
Yeah, well, there were lots of pictures.
In a panic, Josephine contacted Apple and asked what could be done to recover her thousands of precious photos.
We were shocked and surprised that, of course, that the iPhone people and Apple can't help. You know, that they appeared to have they virtually had no interest really in us. They'd like to sell you a new phone right away, but they don't really care so much about the data. And we were more concerned about the data.
Josephine visited other small repair shops in St. John's, but no one was able to help her. Finally, she visited this small company that gave her the name of an expert 3,000 kilometers away near Rochester, New York.
I was very doubtful, but I tried to have hope that we would get them back, but I was in my heart, I really didn't think I would ever see those photos other than in my mind's eye, truthfully.
Yeah, brilliant.
This is Honeoye Falls, New York, 30 kilometers outside of Rochester, the home of iPad Rehab, a small business run by Jessa Jones. Many of her customers are surprised to discover that Jessa holds a molecular biology PhD from the Johns Hopkins School of Medicine.
Maybe it's just, can you clean the connectors?
She studied human genetics. When she moved here and started a family, she somehow started fixing iPads and iPhones.
Now I apply the same sort of analytical reasoning skills and working with things that are really, really small that have no user manual. So now I try to fix iPhones,
like
figure out how they work and how to get them to turn back on when they stop working.
Finally!
All right.
You might wonder how a molecular biologist ended up in this line of work.
Are we supposed to turn these over? Oh, God.
Jessa and her husband Jeff have 4 children, including twins. One day, Jessa was missing her cell phone at home and discovered that the kids were playing with it and somehow dropped it into the toilet.
I tried to plunge it out, tried
Best
to
thing you can do
auger it
with
out.
an iPhone is
Hey
just throw it
Google, how do
directly in
you
the toilet and hit flush.
take a toilet out of the house?
Time to get mommy's phone.
Carried it out and put it in the front yard.
Also,
One baby,
sledgehammers work.
2 babies, we're ready to
And
go.
then I got a sledgehammer and I sledgehammered it.
Look at that.
There was my iPhone.
Jones sacrificed her $100 toilet for a phone that cost several times that amount. Then she went on the internet and taught herself how to repair iPhones. She studied electronics and micro-soldering and eventually figured out how to repair her phone.
No signs of water.
Once she figured that out, she started passing on her skills to other stay-at-home moms in her neighborhood and realized there was a business opportunity here.
I think that women in
Oh,
general
I
are very
oppose
good
gently.
at repair. You know, they tend to have this sort of, you know, kind of ability to be very gentle and yet
I
at
hear
times
sounds of
apply
the,
enough
things
pressure to
starting.
get things to move around. They're appropriately cautious but also aggressive, and some of those are kind of skills that you develop being a mom.
When the Billards' water-damaged iPhone arrived from Newfoundland, it presented a challenge. We recorded as Jessa called them on FaceTime to share some news.
So, unfortunately, we will watch that clip again after the stream, but the stream's about to start, so we're now going to watch this. I have the captions turned on. I'm going to try to do some volume levels here to see if get some sort of balance going between, like, the events and the event sound and our sound. Because the main problem, I guess I'll turn the mic on and off because we're getting reverb, so here we go. This is, honestly, this should be Apple's, like, loading screen or something like that. And they also did something similar when you click the likes and shares, so I'm going to be turning the mic on and off. Actually, I wonder if by lowering the decibel rate, if the echo might mitigate itself. Let's see. Let's see, does this work? Kind of does. But we'll see how this goes. I'm still going to turn the mic on and off so you guys can, the people out there, you hackers, can properly hear. And apparently this is going to be like the Sony event, where hopefully they're not late. Because I thought this was going to be like a, pre-recorded video or some crap, but it turns out, I guess they are doing this live, so that's going to be kind of fascinating. If I turn off my mic, you might be able to hear some very low music. It sounds really trippy. I'm also just going to do a test in the chat, just to make sure we're still streaming on everything, because I wouldn't be surprised if for some reason they think we can't watch the Apple event and like we get hit with like a TCMA or something like that. Oh man, now I realize we could have watched the rest of the video by this point. And if you've ever been to the Genius Bar, it is not Apple unless they wasted your time. So anyone out there, does anyone have any Apple products, or do you just like avoid Apple products like the plague most of the time, like I do? I grew up with like Apple IIs and stuff, and with the floppies were when you actually shook the disc, it flopped around and made the sound. The DMV of tech, yes. So I would say Apple Genius Bar, the people that scam you somehow more than Geek Squad. So here we go. This is it. We're gonna go into the alternate reality. We are entering the fourth dimension. We're going up Apple's colon. It's like a gay butthole. What is this? Okay, now we're in a different pattern here. Now we're I heart boobs? Like, what, this is the worst goatee I have ever seen in my life. And now we're at the Apple campus, apparently. I assume that's what it looks like. Nice drone footage there. Yeah, and if I remember correctly, their headquarters is like one giant circle. It's like one giant, like, hockey puck that sits in, like, the middle of a urinal and, like, makes the lemon and butthole smell. Okay, here's Tim Apple. Let's hear what he has to say. Look at healthy for
Good morning and welcome. We are so pleased that you could join us today.
Oh,
We've got some really exciting product announcements to share with you. As we all continue to make our way through these difficult times and face the challenges that COVID-19 is causing in our communities around the world, it's so inspiring how people everywhere have adapted. Working remotely, learning from home, and gathering virtually to stay close to family and friends.
And it's
been gratifying to see the important role our products have played in helping people come together, carry on, and move forward. We know that life won't always be like this, and we're all looking forward
I'm
to
pretty
better
sure they're
days.
hoping it's going to be like this.
Here at Apple, we feel a deep responsibility to keep innovating, to continue making products that enrich
They don't show
people's
me like
lives in
COVID
meaningful
curing
ways.
stuff. This stream has already failed.
Today, we're focusing on two products that have played integral roles in people's everyday lives.
Two products.
Apple Watch and iPad.
Oh, they are covering
Let's
the
get
iPad,
started with
okay.
Apple Watch. Apple Watch revolutionized what a watch can do. If you think about it, for over
I don't know, I
100
think those
years, the traditional
Casio
watch really
watch
focused on just
calculator
one
things were probably really
thing,
neat.
time. Today, it's incredible what Apple Watch enables you to do right from your wrist. I use my Apple Watch and its amazing features throughout the day. Before I go out in the morning, I check the weather. At work, Apple Watch notifies me with everything from messages to news alerts and keeps me right on schedule. I'm doing my best to stay in shape, so it's great that Apple Watch keeps track of my workouts and motivates me to close my rings. When I get home, I use it to open the garage, unlock my door, and turn on the lights.
These are all terrible
And when I'm
hacking
ready to
vector
settle
points, by the
in,
way.
I use Apple Watch to stream my favorite music. And it's so reassuring for millions of customers that Apple Watch has
What the hell is that thing in the background?
like heart monitoring, cycle tracking and fall detection, and even the ability to take an ECG.
They should just have the old woman from Life
No
Alert in that
wonder
logo.
Apple Watch is the most loved watch in the world.
I've fallen and I can't
love
get
reading
up.
the many
AK, defeat my
messages I get
2020.
every day from Apple Watch users telling me how the watch has changed and in some cases saved their lives. Like Ray from Texas. She'd been experiencing pain
Give her
in
a last
stomach,
name.
but didn't think it was too serious. When her Apple Watch alerted her to an elevated heart rate, she realized it really was. She went to the ER, where it was determined she was in septic shock.
Okay, so I'm glad she's apparently alive with two problems. One, if you need an expensive watch to tell you your heart is bad when it feels like you're dying, no. Two, I'm assuming she might be from the US, so good luck with health insurance.
When his appointments are, to calling taxis and helping him keep fit. For Enrique, his Apple Watch has become an essential part of his day-to-day life.
I think he's blind.
Now I'd like you to meet a few more of these people and hear their stories.
I can only imagine if they have a YouTube chat. I don't think they have YouTube chat enabled, but everyone's probably like, this is so boring.
It has always been my dream to become an Olympian. but that can be hard with type 1 diabetes. It was just so many shots and finger pricks every single day.
Finger
I went
pricks.
from having to check my blood sugar manually every 20 minutes to now all I have to do is just glance down at my wrist.
My
which
mom
reads the insulin
was a
pack
type 1
attached to my
diabetic
side.
since the 50s.
I feel like I
and
don't have
It's
type
less of a
1
problem
when
of
I'm
remembering
competing now.
times and like using the supplies, and the bigger problem is that the Xbox Series X costs less than insulin. That's the big problem right there. So F you, Kate, you're like the daughter of Karen.
The medications cost me $2,000 a month with insurance. That was the tipping point for me. I started tracking my exercises and started tracking my health
See,
all through my watch.
this is the weird corporate stuff they do
Almost
here, because
18 months later,
even though I'm glad that he's getting healthier and I've been like working out and doing Ring Fit Adventure and stuff, like the fact that everything costs $2,000, that's the core problem that needs to be fixed. Like no Apple product's gonna fix that. That's a annoying orange being manipulated by Russia product.
About time we got to the hospital, my heart rate was 206, and she said, "Sir, you're going into cardiac arrest." I was 26. I wanted my life, and I didn't want my life just for me, but I wanted it for my family.
Oh, that is cute babies.
I'm thankful to still be here, and I'm thankful for that device that saved me.
I really love.
Can you guys hear the
stories
stream, by the
about
way? I
how
know it
Apple
echoes
Watch
when I
helps
talk,
people
but
and
can you hear the
enriches their
stream?
lives. And healthcare providers, insurance companies, and businesses are also seeing the benefits of offering Apple Watch.
Yeah, can they also lower the
They
rates?
know it can make a big difference in the lives of their patients, customers, and employees.
Putting everyone